So you were telling me this morning you were on a call and one of the participants was Frances Hesselbein.
Yes.
And I know she figured very prominently in some of your early work. What
Yeah.
were sort of three or four things about her leadership style that really struck you at that point?
One of the incidents, and I called up Frances out of the blue after I read a cover story that Peter Drucker had written in the old Conference Board magazine, talking about how he thought she was as good as any leader in the world, and he was recommending her to run General Motors. She was at that time National Executive Director of the Girl Scouts.
Wow.
And Frances, one of the things that struck me about Frances, too, I remember she had a meeting a phone meeting with the New York Times. There was some controversy over Girl Scout cookies. And you know what she did in preparing for that? She not only prepared herself, but she brought in about 6 or 7 staffers, some of them at quite low levels, who were in various departments, communications, but other ones as well. Because what she was saying to them, this is how you handle an important call with the New York Times. So I thought it was so interesting because often younger staffers in organizations get no chance to actually see how their senior leaders, or in this case, their CEO, handle complicated calls. So that to me was such an inclusive kind of behavior. I remember also sitting in a meeting with her, and 2 of her direct reports, members of her web of inclusion, that first circle, were squabbling about something, and they turned to her and said, what do you think? And she said, what I think is that you need to schedule some off time and resolve this among yourselves. I know you can do that, and then you'll come back and let me know what you came up with. So this trust that they could do this, and this unwillingness to micromanage or step in, or be with what our colleague Michael Bungay-Stanier calls an advice monster, was very impressive to me. And I was able to see demonstrated after that interview with Frances. I wrote the book, The Web of Inclusion. It was really based on the observation of her leadership style.